Hello, I'm Mrs. Snow, and welcome to another episode of Tutorials on Tech. In this episode, you will be learning about the Creative Commons, an open source sharing site. Creative Commons is a website where over 600 million pictures and audio files are stored, and they are free of charge. That's right, free of charge. This is a website where creators upload and share their content for you to use free of charge and without being afraid of breaking copyright laws. And you too can share and create what you have made as well on this platform. But today I'm going to teach you how to search for sources, save them for future use, and cite them properly to give credit to the creator for their hard work. So without further ado, let's begin. The first thing that you want to do is go to your favorite search engine. I'm choosing Google. And you want to write in www.creativecommons.org. Once you get to the Creative Commons website, there's no logging on procedure, but it makes it easier to do because of that. But if you would like to register and have an account, you can, and that's free of charge as well. Once you get here, go to Use and Remix. Once you've clicked on Use and Remix, we need to either go to one of two places, search the Commons or visit Openverse. They'll both bring you to the same place because Openverse is where they keep all of the audio and visual files. I'm going to click Search the Commons. And once I'm here at Search the Commons, you'll see that there are many different ways to find these files. I'm going to look for Harry Potter. And once I click in Harry Potter and search for it, I can look at the content in different ways. I can look at all of the content, just the images, or just the audio. So now I'm going to hit search for Harry Potter, and I'm going to do it with all content. Now, as you see, I've come to the page with Harry Potter. These are the visuals. These are the audio. If I want to just see the over 10,000 results, I'll click See Images, and it will bring up all of those results for me right away. If I want to see everything again all together, I'll just click the back button. And then if I want to just see all audio, I'll click here, and it'll bring up the results in this way. So let's go back really quickly. One other thing that I want to talk to you about are licenses. There are different ways that you can filter the licenses. You can look for they can be used commercially, which means you can use them for anything, for like advertising, or if you can modify or adapt the resources. You can also look at the different types of licenses that the resources have. And you can also just go by the content creator. As far as the licenses and what they mean, if you go onto the original website for Creative Commons, you'll be able to find all the explanations that you need there. Now let's talk about actually using the source and saving it and citing it. So say that I want to use this source. I click on the source and it brings me to this page. And on this page, I will find the title of the image, the creator, how to get the image, how I'm able to use this image, the licenses that the image is under, and then different ways to cite the source, which we'll talk about after saving the image. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to click Get This Image. And what usually happens when I click Get This Image is it will bring me to a different site that the creator is working on. This particular platform is Flickr. So if you look down here, I could share this through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest. I could embed it, or I could use the BBC code, or the BB code, I apologize. I can also download this photo. And if you see, it gives me different options for how I want it to be presented. Square is really teeny tiny, so I'm going to go for a medium. Then what it will do is it will open it in a JPEG format for me. And then I can open the file. And then from here, I can save it to wherever I'd like, on my desktop, in a jump drive, wherever I decide to keep my images. Now let's talk about how to cite this website. So I can X out of there and go back to the Openverse site. And what's really nice is if you look down here, there are different ways that you can credit the editor. You could use rich text, which gives hyperlinks towards exactly the file, the creator, or the license. HTML, which is the coding, or just plain text that has no hyperlinks. But I like using rich text because it makes it easier for other people to go to that content as well. And all that I have to do is hit copy text. And it'll tell me it's copied. Then I can open a Microsoft Office document or a Google Docs, whichever you prefer, and copy and paste that right here. So citations are made really, really easy. Next, let's talk about saving our audio files. So I'm going to choose all of my audio files. I'm going to go to all 9, filter it that way. What's really great is I can play right here to see what they sound like. And see.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
I really like that one. So I'm going to use this one and I'll click where it says Harry Potter. Now, again, you'll see that it's similar to the digital files that were for pictures and images. Here I have the file so I can listen to it. The play button's right there. The title, the creator, where to get the audio from, how to use it, the license, and again, ways to credit the editor through rich text, HTML, or plain text. So I'm going to get this audio. And again, just like with the picture files, it is going to take me to another website. Now, I can choose the free download, but the problem is with sites like these, what ends up happening is that you can try and get the free download, but it wants you to create an account. If you create an account, which is very easy, you can get access more easily to it. But if that doesn't work, and say that I need to get the audio, what I usually end up doing to help me is I will share the link. And usually what I'll do is I can do it for Facebook, Twitter, or I can do it for VK. But what I like to do is I like to copy the URL. So now it's copied. And what I can do is I can open it, a new tab, enter in the link, and it will bring me directly to that again. Once I have that link open for me, what I like to do is I like to bookmark the tab. So what I usually will do is Control D, so it will bring me up to my bookmarks. And then I will usually bookmark that in my main favorites bar, or whichever folder you want to, and save it there. It's been great showing you what's been going on with Creative Commons. I'd like to remind you that with any Creative Commons product that you're using from the creator, make sure that you always give the creator credit. That's very important because they've worked so hard on their work and you'd want someone to give you credit as well. Well, that concludes this episode of Tutorials on Tech. I know that you'll get as much use out of this technology, and for more information on technology that can help you in your digital life, check out the other episodes in the Symbaloo. Have a wonderful day and tech on!